Hello everybody, my name is Brandon Heaslip. I'm the Director of Solutions Engineering at Colorfront, and we're really excited to be in NAB 2026. It was a really exciting show for us this year, and it was really led a lot by AI and automation tools. We are introducing a new AI-assisted supervision upscaling tool with frame rate conversion options, and we've also have a production ready text detection that actually sees the text on screen and then pulls that in and reports it back to you in a clear, simple PDF that you can then pass down the line and even add notes, customize it, and make sure that everything is proper. So you can actually catch on-screen text as a car is driving or signs on the wall, and so you can use that a lot for a lot of the various changes of what you might need, or you need a VFX pull to take out something, so it's a really exciting time for that. Then on top of that, world of AI and automating things and speeding up the pipelines, we've also introduced the idea of having MCP servers and skills built into Transkoder. So the idea is an end user and agents can actually interact with Transkoder to help speed up the pipeline for building custom nodes, submitting render jobs, or designing new render pipelines in order to, again, speed up the entire pipeline for QC and dailies across the board. In order to facilitate that as well, we've also introduced a new, it's called Colorfront Bushido, and it is a tool that allows the end users to, after all those automated renders are done, to check it in a web browser to make sure everything was there, all the checks were done, and then also take it from there, and when needed, jump into a full transcoder. So you're using the transcoder or QC player when you need to, but the rest of the time you could be in a web-based seeing, the issues with matte detection or intrusions, or the new crush blacks and overexposed white tool that we just had. I just mentioned the new matte intrusion detector. So what that does is if you have anything that gets into the black matte of your content, we actually see that it's there because it shouldn't necessarily happen, and it is a flag for the QC operators in order to speed that up. And then continuing down the speeding up of automation and pipeline is we have the new timeline comparison. So what you can do is you can actually take two different timelines or two different videos and actually compare A to B in order to speed up QC. So you don't need to do a full QC of V2 just because it's new. What you can do is you can do a comparison. It finds the differences between the two video tracks or timelines, and then you can check just those differences in order to speed up the entire pipeline. Because if half the timeline has already been QC'd, you don't need to do it again. You focus on the new changes that have come in. In order to then jump into the next thing, we also are introducing a Linux-based renderer, which is a big step for us. It allows our end users to submit larger scale render farms with Linux, which allows the speed up to the overall pipeline. And then with that, we also have introduced a continuous rendering option, where what happens is you submit 15 jobs to the render queue, it will spin up, it will render all those jobs until they're all done. But at the same time, if you keep submitting jobs, it'll keep going until you have no jobs to render, and then it will shut that down. So it's great for burst and last minute, I need to get a lot more renders done, and it speeds up the entire pipeline. And then finally, one of the big things that we did this year is we partnered with Dolby to show off Dolby Vision 2. It's a really great new technology. It's the early days to it, but we're the first ones to implement the support for it, and we're really excited to partner with Dolby yet again with some amazing technology. And then finally, in the world of immersive, we launched the Colorfront immersive utility. It's the second time I said that live. And so the idea being with that is you can actually take your MVHEVC or your ProRes IM when you finished your package, and then, or your mastering, and you can bring it into this app, and it will make an official validated package for Apple Vision Pro. And in addition to it, it will also do a pre-check to make sure your media is proper and you have all the pieces that you need in order to be compliant with the final delivery. And then after you make the AIVU, you can actually do a full validation, or you can take a validation made by someone else and run a validation and get a full report about what's in the content, what it is, the nit leveled, and make sure that it's compliant before you go and deliver it to the Apple Vision Pro. So we're really excited. That's a pretty solid chunk of everything we did. I'm sure there's a couple things I'm missing, but if you're interested in a demo, you guys know how to get a hold of us, but you can email me at brandon@colorfront.com. We'll schedule a demo, and we're excited to have you see all the new tools. Thanks again.